Raptor, Call of the Shadows for iPhone. The top-rated vertical shoot-'em-up game of the 90s is given the deluxe treatment for the iPhone.
Well, it all kind of started with visiting my cousins. They actually had an Atari 2600. I was terribly jealous, and my parents just weren't going to buy me any of those video games. So I had to wait a couple years. I'd always go over and play, and they'd drive them crazy because I'd want to just play their video game systems. But I got my first Atari 5200 when I was 8 years old, and that was where it all started. And I got a subscription to electronic gaming, and it all began there. I got my Commodore 64 in 1986, and that's actually where I started programming. But our first business, our first game was Pocket Tank, and that's kind of set the stage for what we do at Blitwise. It's kind of retro. It's kind of based on Commodore 64 and Amiga themes.
Fly through deserts, jungles, cities, and outer space as a hired gun for money and adventure.
Oh, well, we selected Raptor because back when I got my first PC, Windows system, DOS games and things like that, Raptor was one of the very first games that I saw that I thought was actually pretty good because, I was kind of an Amiga guy. I was kind of a Commodore guy. I'm like, I'm getting this PC because I got to get a job. I mean, you can't program Amigas for a living in '95. You just couldn't. So I had a PC. I'm playing Raptor. I'm thinking this is one of the best games I had ever played. It's absolutely amazing. The graphics were awesome. It was just amazing. So fast forward 10 years later, I actually meet Scott Host, and he wrote the game with his company back in the day. And so I'm friends with him, and we're game programmers still to this day. And it's just, I'd look at Raptor and it's like, dude, you need to make an iPhone version. He's like, well, if you want to do it, go ahead. And so we kicked that around for a while. And lo and behold, like, all right, well, let's check out the source code. So, Ben, who's the lead programmer in this project, was actually taking a look at converting everything over to the iPhone. And, thumbs up for that. And we worked on it for about a year and a half.
Excellent new touch controls bring you into the action.
Okay, right here we have the touchscreen interface that we added for the game, trying to stay true to the original look and feel, but bringing it up to speed for iPhones. Right here we're going to the shop, Harold's Weapon Emporium. Here's where you're going to buy your various kinds of weapons and upgrades. You saw mega bombs, plasma cannons. These are all things that you're going to have to earn money for by playing the game, and eventually you'll be able to buy the stuff and hopefully survive the missions that you're brought into. So you get to pick your wave there, and then you get into the action. This is a look at all the action that Raptor has. It should bring back some good memories from when you were playing back in the 90s, but as you can see, this is an excellent shooter game, and you'll be hard-pressed to find games of this caliber on the iPhone.
Fight through 3 epic missions with exciting new challenges and finale boss levels.
And right now we're approaching the boss. This is the boss for the Bravo sector. If you play through all 8 of the missions and make it through the Wave 9 finale, you'll get to the big boss here, which is what everyone's waiting for. Right here he's going to open up and there's lots of firing. Hopefully you've got a good weapon. In this particular case we're using the plasma ray. And for those that remember the original game back in the DOS days, it was called the Death Ray. So very effective on the bosses. I highly recommend it. Right now you've won. Here's a cinematic, but we don't want to ruin too much for you. So if you want to see the rest, you're going to have to play the game. And actually the product turned out beautifully with the touchscreen and things like that. It was quite a challenge to make a shoot 'em up, a vertical shoot 'em up with the iPhone, but I think we succeeded at that.
4 difficulty levels and 17 power-ups make for the complete Raptor experience. Relive the memories or learn firsthand why fans love Raptor. Are you good enough to survive the onslaught of enemy ships coming to shoot you down? If you think you are, try Raptor today.